First off, what's going on, everybody? My name is Ajax, and we are here to discuss the MultiVersus Temporary Shutdown. This is obviously some pretty stressful news in some regards, because we've been going through a lot with esports winter. We've been going through a lot with a lot of these games kind of having fallouts. You know, we're talking about what happened with Smash Ultimate, with losing a lot of companies in support. We lost some streams, including like BTS the other day. And you go and look at all these other games that have been getting shut down. And, you know, you look at this, you go, man, are we next? You know, we just lost quite a few of these big events. And are we next? Is this us? And I don't think so. I just finished watching the video on Twitter when I woke up, because holy crap, I just woke up from the PAX weekend. My voice is kind of shot, but I saw the video from Tony, and that was something that I wasn't expecting to see when I opened my eyes this morning, but it did open my eyes to what this future is going to be for us. So let me go ahead and pause the music for here. Just to give everybody a little bit of context, we're going to watch the video so we can all know, see it together. For anybody who hasn't seen it yet, shout out to everybody who is in here joining up. And what's going on, Aussie? What's going on, Chenzi? What's going on, Bands? What's going on, a lot of people. MultiVersus King of the Hill is up in there. I see Zay Buckets. Everybody's here to go ahead and talk about and bring this together as a community to see what we're doing next. So let's go ahead and let Tony talk a little bit.
Hi everyone, this is Tony from Player First Games, and I'm here today on behalf of the entire MultiVersus team to say thank you for your support during our open beta. We've been excited to see the interest and enthusiasm from the community, and your feedback has been invaluable to us. We continue to be humbled by the awards the game has received, and excited to see the enjoyment that MultiVersus has brought to players. Throughout our open beta, we've been working hard to build the best gameplay experience, and we appreciate all the inspiration you've given us. Our open beta has been an important learning opportunity for us, and a stepping stone to the next phase of MultiVersus. We know there's still a lot of work to do. As a result, we have a clear view of what we need to focus on.
I want to make that clear. I want to make something clear on this. When it comes to game developers, the fact that we even got to talk to them as much as we did, and even though it went radio silent, I wasn't the biggest fan of everything being radio silent, but I also am not behind the scenes like that, so I can't say anything. You know, I'm like, I don't have input on these type of things, and there might have been a good reason for it. It might have been because of this. It might have been the fact that they were leading up to something like this, and putting that out in public is only going to make people freak out, because the dead gamers everywhere are all over the place who are just ready to attack any given moment something is posted. Being able to acknowledge that there is a lot of things that could be worked on in an important learning opportunity, as just pointed out, is very important, because that means that they actually genuinely care. And from the time that I've gotten to spend with them myself, I have been able to spend a little bit more personal time with them than many, working with both the WB side of things and Player First Games. These are genuine people. They read everything you say. They feel everything you say. They feel every single moment of anger that's put out and every single bit of excitement that's put out. And that does dictate the future that they make. They could have given up. They could have shut this all down. They could have just been done with this. But they're saying it's a learning opportunity, and that means a good thing for us. I'm going to keep playing the video. I'm going to talk more about that after, but that is not something that you will normally see any big name company admit to. They will just wipe it clean and move on to the next thing. They're not doing that.
Specifically, the content cadence of new characters, maps, and modes to give you more ways to enjoy the game, along with an updated netcode and more matchmaking improvements. We'll also be reworking the progression system based on your feedback.
I'm very glad
and looking at new ways for you to connect with your friends in the game. To do this the right way, we'll be closing the MultiVersus open beta 90 days from today. As part of this process, we'll be pausing updates and taking the game offline as we prepare for the launch of MultiVersus, which we're targeting for early 2024.
That's also huge. The fact that this is going to be early 2024, they also said they're working on adding more content. What's one of the biggest things we've all been hunting for? What's one of the biggest things that we've been kind of hoping for throughout this game's history? More ways to play on a casual basis, and more ways for people to actually expose the game to everyone else and have like content accessible to us. This is a very important thing, because we were lacking that. The replayability was not really there for a lot of people. Grinding online, sure, for many, that's fun. You can play online all the time. But what about the 5-year-old with his brother or sister that are in the living room trying to play together, and you're all trying to see who has the furthest arcade mode trip or the boss road mush and stuff? That was lacking. And that was very important that they acknowledged that. They're noticing that, hey, this might have been in our future plans. It is probably something that was on a roadmap down the line, and we just didn't get to it yet. But the fact that they're aiming to add that as they go for when the game relaunches is really good, because that's going to give us a lot more things to do within the game. In-game King of the Hill mode, I would like that a lot, to be honest. I think that was an incredible addition they had in Mortal Kombat when I used to play that, and I would love to see something like that in here.
I'm sure you're wondering what this means for you. During this downtime, all online modes and features will be unavailable. You will have limited offline access to the training room, known as a lab, and local matches.
That never happens. That is unreal. The fact that they're leaving the game open, even though it's it's going to be limited offline stuff, they're still giving accessibility to those people who want to play offline and like LANs, if people still want to run them. I'm sure because this is going to be in a temporary shutdown, it's gonna not be as motivating for a lot to run it. I mean, even myself as being the, me and Chavo putting on the biggest local that you could find when it came to this game, it still does, you need a bit of motivation to want to keep playing. You need an end game, and that's still good though, because those who are dedicated, those who have fun with this, because I'll tell you right now, local offline gameplay LAN, it's a beautiful game. I wish everybody could have experienced this, because a lot of people's viewpoints might have been very different when it came to playing this game if they were able to play offline as often as I do. So I like that. It's going to let people keep up to date. It's let people practice with it. Let people kind of keep that hope and build up that time when you want to, while still being able to play with friends, and until we get back to whatever they provide us later. So that's just awesome. And again, not common. None of this is common practice. Most of the time it's pull the plug, goodbye, and then they move on to the next product.
Along with access to your characters and cosmetic items within these modes. We do know that this news might be disappointing, but rest assured, MultiVersus will be back. We'll also ensure that all your progress and content will carry over when MultiVersus returns next year, with a variety of new content, features, and modes.
Yes, there's some skins in that trailer we never got to see, and I'm still wondering, like, hey, look,
thank you again to the entire MultiVersus community.
I mean,
we greatly appreciate your passion and excitement, and look forward to our next chapter with you. Thank you.
Honestly, I know I don't want to just sound as straightforward as possible with this, but in Tony we trust. I'm not even gonna lie. The entire team, everyone on it. Again, I've been able to work with them for quite some time, and I feel a lot of faith in that. And I do really think that it's very unfortunate with how much that's been going on and how much we've been losing, but it's gonna come back even stronger. The esports may have taken a big hit in 2023, but I think 2024 is going to be a very strong year for many good reasons, especially with all the new titles we have coming up. So that's the end of my impression for this. Thank you so much, YouTube, for taking a look at this. If you have any questions, comments, and concerns you'd like to leave me below, let me know, and I'll keep you updated as I go with my time frame of waiting for the game to come back, because I'm going to tell you right now, I will be back. I'm not going anywhere. Thank you so much for watching this video, and look forward to seeing more.